no.
Does you think that they're responsible for this? You don't also agree with him?
Who's responsible for it?
No.
The euthanasia.
I think we're getting confused here. Euthanasia comes from the Greek word for death.
Let me understand what you were saying. You were saying that it got nothing to do with young people in Asia. You were saying that occasionally there's some doctors here who may be from Asia who do this.
That's correct, but they could also be from the United States.
But they're mainly from Asia.
No.
Even
No,
though
no, no, no.
the
No.
ones that are there behave themselves
No.
very well.
No, the Asians,
they have
we
nothing
have
to do with
absolutely
Asia.
no evidence that the Asians do it more than we do.
We're Homo sapiens, and that's about
Well, yo,
8 steps down.
I ain't. I just want to make clear, because this is going out on the TV or whatever, that I don't do that stuff. I ain't got nothing against it.
Oh, it's the homo that threw him off. I mean,
Yeah,
explain that.
Yeah. It is a scientific nomenclature that describes who we are as part of a phyla or a stream of, you know, it goes hominid, hominoid, and then we go
whatever,
through.
there's different names for it.
We're all
You
Homo
know,
sapiens.
All humans would be considered.
My wife is a Homo sapien.
But that's not homosexual.
We're all Homo
That's what the
sapiens.
difference is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's just a way of describing who we are.
Well, that's it. You know, I just want to make clear your respect for coming on, and I ain't going to treat you differently now that that has come out. Easy now. Check it. I is here with none other than my man, Professor James Ziegler. Him was the head of something called the IMS, which stands for the Immigration
Naturalization.
Naturalization Society.
Service.
Wicked. So, Professor, does you think that terrorists will use aeroplanes again?
I think they would like to.
Why does you let them fly on the same planes as normal passengers? Why don't you arrange separate flights for terrorists, so if they is gonna do this terrible behavior, let them ruin their own trip?
Well, listen, if we knew they were terrorists, we'd pick them up. We'd never let them on an airplane.
You know you was being asked this a zillion times. It must really get in your tits being asked it. But let's just sort it out. What do you say to all those conspiracy theorists who come up to you and say, does the moon really exist?
I don't think there are very many people who question whether the moon exists. It exists. And
All right, you was heard it here. It does exist. So all those people out there who were saying it don't, you was wrong.
that's right.
Is you upset that Michael Jackson got all the credit for inventing the moonwalk, but you was the first geezer ever to actually do it?
No. You can call things by different names, and you can use the moon or Mars or Venus, and you can say this is the Venus trot.
So listen up. You has heard about the moon and about space. You better learn about these things from my man Buzz Lightyear here. So you better realize that these things is important. Big up yourself. Buzz, keep it real. Booyakasha. Diggity, check this out, because I is here with none other than my main man, General